Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video here today. Today we're back on Planet Coaster 2, as we always are. It seems like I'm now a Planet Coaster 2 channel, but no, here we are today. We're back at Adventure Valley again. We're starting off with a bit of a weird one today. We're actually using a blueprint coaster again. This time it's the Boomerang off the workshop. This looks brilliant. This was really realistic, but because of the fact of that, we're actually getting two coasters being built this episode. We've got the as I said, we've got that nice coaster there. We've got the Vekoma Boomerang, which most of these like smaller regional kind of style of parks all have them in some way, shape or form. So I thought I'm obliged to build that. And now we're actually doing something weird. We're using the Intamin multi-dimension track, but instead of building an Intamin multi-dimension, we're doing a Gerstlauer bobsled. This is the most realistic track to the bobsled coaster from real life. And I'm really happy with this layout. It's a custom layout. It's nothing. It's obviously inspired a bit by some of the what's it called now? Gerstlauer bobsleds out there in real life, such as Cobra at Paulins Park here in the UK, or as it's now being called, Raven. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this episode. It's a bit more of a shorter episode as usual with these Adventure Valley episodes. But no, I really did enjoy making this coaster. I haven't really experimented with doing my own custom coaster types in the game before. As you can clearly see here, we are of course going to do the usual custom support and pass. We're just going to do some testing here, see how many trains we can run on. We can run on quite a few trains though, to be fair, so I'll try and probably go for like 4 or something. Won't have the highest throughputs in the park, but it'll still be quite a fun coaster for families. This is the second to last build episode actually of Adventure Valley, which is actually kind of crazy to say to me. I've put quite a lot of work into this. As you guys are watching this now, it is actually done. And next week, next week's episode for Adventure Valley is going to be a really fun one. And it's our final, like I said, it's the final episode. So we're going to go big or we're going to go home. So we're going to go big. I'm going to go big with that final coaster. I'm not going to reveal too much about what that is yet, but I will give you a clue. It is going to be a large thrill coaster. I think it is a bit realistic having 3 major thrill coasters in this park, but at the same token, Oakwood Theme Park in Wales had 2 major thrill coasters there, along with a couple other different bits and pieces here and there. So I thought, you know, maybe it's a bit more of a well-funded regional style park like what this is. So we see here we're doing that custom sports structure. I'm really happy with these custom sports again. They're really realistic. I'm starting to get so much more better at this game as I'm starting to learn more new tools, more techniques, stuff like that. And I'm really am happy with how I'm getting at with this game now. I'm getting there or thereabouts with the realism side of things. So at least I'm doing something right. But nothing else happening this week. If you don't follow me on TikTok, which you should do, or Instagram for that matter, or you have a look at my community posts, so you guys may or may not know this, but I passed my driving theory test first. It was yesterday as I'm recording this. It might come out Friday, I'm not too sure. I think it probably will do. But no, first time round, I passed my theory test. Very happy about that because the last thing I needed to do was fail my theory test. Yeah, I really am happy with the fact I managed to pass that, because if I didn't pass it, then it probably would have been it probably would have been at least 3 months to my next theory test, and even then, it would have been another 6 months to my actual practical test, because some new laws that the UK are bringing in to do with driving. But I won't go into any kind of politics in this video, because we're not a political channel, we're a theme park channel, which is also sometimes doing F1 related stuff. Just doing a bit of the transfer tracks now. We're doing a different kind of transfer track, because I don't really have too much room for it to work with in this park. And we're actually already nearly done with the time lapse. That's how these episodes normally go. It's just a quick time lapse and nothing too special. We're going with a similar kind of style of building as I have done with the entire park when it comes to like ride buildings and even the main entrance. This is very similar to the main entrance building as well. So it's a style I think works quite well in the park, like a park of this size and scale. So yeah, I can't really complain with how everything is looking in this park. I'm really happy with it so far. I am hoping obviously to maybe yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this next bit, but I am hoping. I would wish for more episodes, which this might not actually be just quite a short series. It might be more coming of it. Stay tuned to see what that is in the future, because there could be some quite interesting stuff coming on the channel. I have really enjoyed building this park, and yeah, I might try and get the final episode of Adventure Valley out next week. Hopefully I can get out for next week, and then do the park tour a few days after, and put this park on the workshop for you guys to check out. I will definitely do something along them lines, because most creators do that once they finish a creation like this, just doing a bit of the queue line fencing. Go back onto my driving yeah, driving stuff. Hopefully I can get my practical test booked, and hopefully it's not going to be too long of a waiting time, because I do want to get to some theme parks and drive there on my own, because that will be a crazy experience to do for the first time. But I think we're actually getting close to the end of the time lapse then, guys. So yeah, in a minute I'm going to put you guys into real time, and we'll go check in and around the park. You can see there we've got quite a large plot of land behind this coaster, so stay tuned for next week for what that's going to be in that area. But let's go into real time. Here we are in real time. We're not in our normal place. Normally we're sat at the front of the park waiting to come in, but no, instead we're starting off here outside of last week's Vekoma Junior coaster. You'll notice as well that for some reason what I did was, in the episode I thought this would be a great idea, but it really wasn't a good idea. The thumbnail had a different colour track to what the final coaster looked like. So as you can see in this shot here, you can see the colour of the track is different. It's back to those tan and grey supports. I thought it looked too similar to the Wild Mouse, so that's why I changed it. It's the only reason why I changed it, to be fair. But let's go on to what we've actually been doing in this episode then, and building that Gerstlauer bobsled. I will take you guys for a ride on the Vekoma Boomerang, but you guys know what Vekoma Boomerang does, and I'm pretty sure you'll have seen the creation on the workshop before. That's going to be for next episode. You can see that there's a nice plot of land for a nice flat ride going in there then next week. We do have a bit of a basic name for this one. It's just called Bobsled, but oh well. I think most theme parks do that out there in the world, and yeah, we'll go for a ride on this thing then. It's a simple layout. I haven't changed the track colour from purple, so if you guys do want to see me change the track colour, I might do that at some point, because it does kind of stick out a bit. But no, we'll take a ride then on the Gerstlauer bobsled coaster. So that was a ride on the Gerstlauer bobsled then. I'm not going to wait on the brake, the block brake there, because it's not worth doing that. Ignore how I just walked through a bush there and didn't even take any kind of notice to it. But no, that's our Gerstlauer bobsled. You can see there's the name for it, bobsled. It's just a simple name, and it works quite well for this. Here we are then having a look at an above view of the park. We can see we're starting to get really fleshed out now with this. Getting closer and closer to completion. You can see there's a very, very large whole of terrain in the back there. Ignore that, but you can see there's the updated track colour. Then I went for more of a tan grey support, because I thought that would look a bit more nicer and a bit more contrasting. Here you can see then the Vekoma Boomerang. This is actually the park's first few inversions then. You can see it's just a normal boomerang really. I'll put a code in the description for that blueprint coaster. You can see there's the massive piece of terrain. Ignore all that. There's no evidence of what's going in there for next week's episode, but that's going to do it then for this video. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys in a brand new video next time. Goodbye.